Hey, and welcome to Anime Spoken by You. I'm Richard, and today we're going to be talking about why Sakamoto Days is a sensational hit for manga readers and why it's one of the best new gen mangas out right now. It's literally a must read. But first, definitely hit that subscribe button so you get more content from me to you. Sakamoto Days by Yoto Suzuki. It's about the greatest hitman of all time, Toru Sakamoto. He retired, got married, started a family, even owns a convenience store. Became out of shape within the whole process as well. But sad to say, he has a billion-yen bounty on his head from the assassin world. They're out to get him. And throughout this series, Mr. Sakamoto and his supporting cast take on a wild, mysterious, adventurous journey to find a way to lift his bounty. Because at the end of the day, Mr. Sakamoto just wants to live a very peaceful life. Speaking of Mr. Sakamoto and his supporting cast, meet the Sakamotos. Toru Sakamoto is a very simple man. He's basically the true meaning of actions speak louder than words. His personality is very similar to the pop culture movie John Wick. Shin is clairvoyance. He can read mind within a 20-meter radius, and sometimes can be annoying due to the simple fact your privacy is his privacy. His role within this series is more like Mr. Sakamoto's apprentice. Throughout this series, he's adapting and understanding Mr. Sakamoto's new peaceful life as a family man. Lou, her personality is very outgoing. She's a part of the Triad family, and at times she can't even hold her liquor. She's a very heavy drinker. She normally consumes a lot of baijiu, and that percent of alcohol is 55%. From time to time, she tends to bump heads with Shin. Overall, she's a very caring and helpful individual throughout this whole series. Hisake is a great sniper, but was overlooked by the assassin world due to the lack of skills. Hisake is a very emotional human being, but he devotes his loyalty as well as his commitment towards Sakamoto because he has changed his life overall. What I found very fascinating about Mr. Sakamoto's household was the Sakamoto family rulebook with statements that state no killing, no lying, or keeping secrets. I feel the rulebook is to influence individuals like Shin, Lou, as well as Hisake, or any individual that they encounter is to be a caring as well as a peaceful and loving individual. Oh, and how can I forget Mr. Sakamoto's backstory? Before he retired and started his new life, he used to be a part of the notorious group in this series called The Order that works for the JAA, the Japanese Association of Assassins. They consist of 6 members, the stand-up being Nagumo, who to be more of affiliated to the Sakamoto family. Personality-wise as well as characteristic-wise remind me something similar to Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen. Also, he was the first one to inform Mr. Sakamoto about his bounty.
This world tragic, black magic, don't you give it to the static and the lie.
So what makes Sakamoto Days a sensational hit? The fighting scenes. The fight displayed in Sakamoto Days is very unorthodox, something I never really seen before. Mrs. Suzuki makes sure to engage and intrigue his readers by leveraging the environment to one's advantage. Within the first reading, you can see how Mr. Sakamoto takes advantage of his environment by using the store aisles as a shield while shooting cop drops like a shotgun towards Shin. It reminds you a lot of Jackie Chan's early 2000 movies, as well as Rush Hour, where Jackie Chan's character makes something out of nothing within his setting. It's very refreshing to see as a manga reader making something grimy, dark, somewhat fascinating and enjoyable within the manga series. Another reason why the Western references on this series, throughout, from Jingle all the way to John Wick. It's like John Wick had a baby with Bob's Burger. That is Sakamoto Days. That's literally Sakamoto Days. The tone of this series is a neutral playing field between comedy, action, and dark. I'm very speechless, honestly speaking. I'm very speechless and lost for words how Yoto Suzuki put all this together, because the humor is not even forced. It's legitly fun. It's legit funny. Like, it's hilarious, honestly speaking. Once you understand like the characters that's displayed as well as the setting and all that comes with it, like you can literally like, oh man, that was actually funny. Something that's very underrated that gets overlooked, the world building presented throughout this series. Reader's point of view, assassins are shaped as heroes. Like, how dark is that? You craft it in a way where being an assassin is somewhat pleasing as well as going to work, and it's like, how can assassins be your heroes within this world? It's crazy. In conclusion, Sakamoto Days is a sensational hit. And I know, first glance, you're probably thinking it's a gag manga series like blah, 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 blah. It's far from it. It took me a while to read this series back in 2021 until my brother recommended it to me. It is the best new gen manga series out right now. Yes, the best new gen manga series out right now. The only manga series I put ahead of it is probably Jujutsu Kaisen by an inch. So far, the series has sold 2.2 million in Japan. And what has me sold about this series was the suspenseful events that take place in this series. My reaction is always a chuckle and a laugh like, wow, that really just happened? The early chapters of this series remind me a lot of One Piece East Blue Saga. The people that Mr. Sakamoto encounters become allies or employees for his shop. shot. But overall, let me know what you think. Is Sakamoto Days a sensational hit? Comment down below, let me know, as well as subscribe, like for more anime and manga content. Follow the Anime Spoken By You page on IG. Man, it's been a while. I'm just glad to be back on YouTube. Until next time, peace.